Welcome, everybody. Few things I wanted to get to this week. I didn't have the chance, and now I do, so let's do it. There's a quaint little hypothesis from MyPillow CEO and founder Mike Lindell about the forthcoming election. And as many of you know, Mike Pillow, as we know him, or even just Pillow for short, he is determined to grind to a to a screeching halt the 2022 and 2024 elections. And his new idea is something about voting machines, and he's explaining it to Steve Bannon, and it's the blind leading the blind. And I can't tell whether Bannon believed this stuff or whether either of them do, but take a look at the new strategy. This is wild.
This live link up with these technology people that you can actually go and get it to individual states and get injunctions to basically shut down the machines to be used in the 2020 midterm elections and state elections, sir?
Yeah, the 2022, that's correct, Steve. And in any elections, it would be over. We're going to get...
It is over.
Preliminary injunctions, and it's with no machines because they cannot do elections accurately, and they can be manipulated.
It wouldn't be accurate.
100%. They say, they did it. They're caught now. They're guilty. It's in violation of fundamental rights to vote under 42-USC 1983, a violation of equal protection and also due process. We are starting with 7 states immediately. We're going to get to every state, and of course, you're going to get pushback and stuff, but every state, the people, by the way, you know who has the standing? All the voters, Steve.
Yeah. So there's a funny aspect to this, and Pillow is obsessed with machines, and he's trying to remember when he said he was going to sue every machine.
We're doing a class action lawsuit against all machines.
That is one of the funniest clips. My espresso machine has gone into hiding because of this forthcoming lawsuit. It is absolutely horrified. It may be completely shut down. The funny thing about this is it's cartoonish, it's off the wall, it's kooky, it's all of these different things. But the precedent that, or the rules, the law that Pillow cites just doesn't have anything to do with the use of voting machines. When he talks about 42 U.S. Code 1983, that's a section called Civil Action for Deprivation of Rights. And when you read it, it says every person, and anyone who is deprived of a right has the ability to seek recourses and, gives you standing, blah, 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 blah. The fact that voting machines are used doesn't deprive anyone of rights. You would have to demonstrate that. And of course, Pillow and others have failed to demonstrate that the mere existence of voting machines deprives someone of the right to vote, which is the right that we're talking about here. In addition to this, there's kind of the other side of it, which is if you got rid of all machines, if you did that, and we simply had universal vote by mail, everybody mails in a paper ballot, and it's paper ballots counted one by one and then recounted. You count them and then you recount them. Okay. I would be fine with that. And it wouldn't be particularly good for Republicans. They love to claim, the left would use mail-in ballots for fraud and all of it. There's no evidence of that. And we saw that in 2020. They claimed it, but there was not actually any evidence of it. It would take a really long time. And we've gotten used to, we want results sooner than that. But I would be fine with universal vote by mail and count every ballot by hand and have a paper trail. I'm okay with that. And I think many on the left would be. The reason they are trying to mess with the machines, so to speak, is both self-serving and due to things they misunderstand, as is often the case with much of what Republicans do. So does Pillow believe this, that he's about to shut down all these elections because they're getting rid of all the machines? Does Steve Bannon? It's hard to believe that anyone would believe it. At the same time, they've been saying it for a year and a half. So I don't know. You be the judge. If you're like me, you love documentaries, and you should really check out our sponsor, CuriosityStream, the only streaming service dedicated to documentaries. CuriosityStream has a better selection of documentaries than Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon. They always have the newest and most critically acclaimed titles, including a bunch of stuff I can't find anywhere else. I just finished watching Fiddlin', It's about bluegrass. I know so little about bluegrass. It's pretty fascinating. And I watched a documentary about it, Fiddlin'. I've been using CuriosityStream for over a year. I always have it going on my TV in the evenings. You really can't run out of the amazing content, constantly adding new stuff. If you want to deep dive into a thought-provoking new topic, they have documentaries. If you just want to unwind and turn your brain off, they have documentaries there as well. Right now, CuriosityStream is giving my audience 25% off. That comes out to just $14.99 a year. That's just $1.25 a month. Go to curiositystream.com/Pacman. The link is down below.